senior Turkish journalist, who posted or sent an audio message on across WhatsApp group. He said that he was about to find Turkish security services to see the video on Thursday, and the video showed Tayali inside the masjid and shows also few of the announcements by the Minister of Turkish authorities that they have allowed on that day. And he said in that message that that without doubt that Kemal was killed that day.
Right, as a senior visitor.
Well, good evening. Yeah, yes, indeed, Thomas, the Tayali cartels. Yeah, I just want to update you on a few developments that have come up. But before I get into all that, I've received a number of text messages, people, trying to give their opinion here and there, trying to ask me, is this the way that is this the best way of doing politics, and so on and so forth. But you see, one thing that I want to say is that I think we are being indoctrinated in this country. We are being indoctrinated in this country. And many of you don't even realize that you are being indoctrinated. Hakainde Hichilema is trying to indoctrinate people in this country. How is he trying to indoctrinate people? And if you want, I mean, I've even done this as a recording. So if Hakainde Hichilema wants to take it somewhere, I mean, at least it will be easier for him to get a video and play it even in court. That's why I've done this. And I'm saying Hakainde Hichilema is indoctrinating a lot of you people in this country. Is indoctrinating you. If you are not careful, you find you throw yourself into the fire. Last time I was saying that, having Hakainde Hichilema as a leader, it's like jumping from a pan into the fire. And if we are not careful, we will find ourselves on the fire. Because there is this perception in this country, there is, a mind which is being created, a notion which is being created, that, all our problems are as a result of the bad leadership that we have of Edgar Lungu. All our, everything. So you find that even a person who has never been to school, he fails to get a job and he blames it on Edgar Lungu. A person, unemployment, of course, is not good. Unemployment is not good. Government is supposed to create employment. But unfortunately, you find that every person that is not employed, even those who were sacked, they are now blaming it on Edgar Lungu. Anything, you want to blame it on the government. And I know when I speak like that, you are like, you are a PF cadre, you are speaking for PF. Look, I'm being realistic here. I'm being realistic. I am being realistic. You can't put all the blame on the government. Everything is on Edgar Lungu. Because Hakainde Hichilema, together with his UPND, they have engaged in this ploy to indoctrinate people such that they turn people against the government. That is what Hakainde Hichilema is trying to do. That is their new strategy. Their new strategy is to make sure that they vilify those in government, that they steer the emotions of people to get upset against the government. They turn people against the government. Everybody, everything is against it. It's Edgar Lungu. It's Edgar Lungu. But let's be realistic, people. Let's be realistic. I am not speaking for Edgar Lungu PF. I'm just being realistic. Are you telling me on this earth that we are living, only Zambia has problems? Really? Is that what we are saying? Even in America, there are problems in America. In America, there is unemployment. In America, there is poverty. I mean, but why is it that we want to believe that all the problems that we are facing as a result of us having Edgar Lungu? Having Edgar Lungu, it's like a curse. It's like God has cursed us to have Edgar Lungu. And this is what Hakainde Hichilema is trying to infuse in our heads. This is what Edgar Lungu is trying to infuse in our heads. Edgar Lungu, HH wants to infuse in our mind to hate our government and rise against the government. This is what he wants to do. And I will not stop talking about this. I will not stop talking about this. Hakainde Hichilema wants to stop me. He wants to shut me up. He wants to shut me up. But I won't shut up. I won't shut up. Look, a number of you are so critical of the government. But if I challenge some of you that I meet, I was just in ShopRite and I met this young man from Unza. And he was saying, no, you speak for the government. And I told him to say, okay, tell me, what is it that you want me to be talking about? I met this young man in ShopRite and he was saying, you are not speaking like an opposition. I said, okay, fine. Tell me, if you were in my position, you are an opposition, what is it that you'd want me to be talking about? And he said, I should be talking about the fire tenders. What am I going to talk about the fire tenders, which I haven't spoken? I've spoken about the fire tenders before. And must I continue singing about the fire tenders for eternity? Then there are so many other issues that you're talking about. For example, you talk about the Edgar Lungu's salaries. Like Hakainde Hichilema was trying to say, Edgar Lungu is getting 500 million. Is Edgar Lungu getting 500 million for the salary? I even heard the other day Kamburi was also talking about, the increment of salaries is criminal or whatever he may have called it. But then again, I did explain to some of you that really follow, I did explain how these salaries came about, how the increment came about. This increment was as a result of the increment that was given last year to civil servants. And the constitutional officers are increased at the, later, and that is the one that was given this time around. Must I make noise over that? Must I make noise over that? I can't, because really there is a justification. That's how government operates. That's how government operates. They start with the junior workers and they finish with the senior workers who are the constitutional officers. So the junior workers, they increased in last year in September, effective January this year. And this time around in August, they announced for the constitutional officers. That is how government operates. Must I condemn that? This morning, others were phoning me. You're not saying anything about Edgar Lungu buying a jet. Some of you, you saw even Rally Mwetwa, was posting this, that Edgar Lungu has bought a jet. I got that message and I went in to start to find out. Has Edgar Lungu bought a presidential jet? And what I found out was that actually, yes, there is a presidential jet which is being bought, but it's not really a presidential jet, because this plane will be used under Zambia Airways. But it is a special plane that the president, when he's going somewhere, that is the plane that he'll be using. But it will be free for business, for commercial purposes. So it will only be used in instances when the president has to travel. But it will be attached to Zambia Airways. It will be a property of Zambia Airways. And it will be used for commercial purposes. And what is very, very interesting is that actually it is not Edgar Lungu who passed this decision. This decision was passed during the time of SATA, and some payments were already done to that jet. Edgar Lungu found this already in the process. So just because I am in opposition, I should blame it on Edgar Lungu. How am I going to blame it on Edgar Lungu when it is not his decision? How am I going to blame him? And surely he can't stop it now because they already paid some money. But when they paid money when he was finance minister at that time. So this time around, you can't come up and just change it. You can't. So how do I blame Edgar Lungu on that? Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that, I want to criticize Edgar Lungu on something that I'm confident that he has done something wrong. Just the other day, when they closed Parliament, they adjourned Parliament to go and watch a match at Hero Stadium. I criticized Edgar Lungu on that. Because as far as I'm concerned, when the president is moving from State House, going to Hero Stadium, you need the security detail. And the security detail of the president can cost quite some money. And we need to save every penny. So I would have loved Edgar Lungu. Yes, I want him to watch the match. I want him to support the national team. But at least let him watch it on his TV in State House. I watched the match here on my TV. Why can't Edgar Lungu do that to save the money? Unless if he detaches all these presidential details such that it goes as an individual on a less cost, I would understand that. But where you have the security details, I am against that. And it's not the first time that I've criticized Edgar Lungu on such a thing. They went to New York. I criticized Edgar Lungu to say, why did you have to charter a plane? And today when I was talking to somebody, actually, somebody did hit me back with it. He said, the other day you were complaining that we are chartering a plane. This time around, we are going to have a plane that will be owned by Zambia Airways. It will be cheaper for us to use. So, if you look at it, at least, indeed, it will save us something. But the issue is really, can we criticize government on something that is substantive? We can't just be, apportioning blame on anything. On anything. We want to apportion the blame on Edgar Lungu. I don't think that is fair. And I don't want to do that kind of politics. Same with Hakainde Hichilema. I don't blame him on anything. There are certain things that I feel, okay, this is okay. The problem with Hakainde Hichilema is that he's just too negative, such that out of the 100 things that he says, only 0.5 is something that is objective. The 99.5 are not correct. They are not accurate. So how can I resist from criticizing Edgar Lungu, criticizing Hakainde Hichilema? And some of you say, no, he's a fellow opposition, don't criticize him. I'm supposed to correct what is wrong. When something is wrong, I'm supposed to speak about it. It's not about opposition, it's not about the ruling party, it's about what is wrong. It's about this issue. And if somebody has done something today which is good, I must commend. If tomorrow he does something which is wrong, I must speak out and say, this is wrong. That's how I operate. But you don't like me for that. You don't like me for that. You want me to be one-sided. You want me to align myself with Hakainde Hichilema. You want me to say, when Hakainde Hichilema says, hey, Edgar Lungu is getting 500 million, and you want me to agree with it? Hell no, I can't. That is a lie. The man is a liar. He's lying. I can't agree with him. You want me to agree when Hakainde Hichilema says the Ndola dual carriageway is supposed to cost $300 million, when I know I have walked through that the specifications of that road. I am quite convinced that it is a good price that we are paying for. But you want me to agree. You want me to agree. I can't agree. Because what HH is saying is a lie. I can't agree with him. You want me to agree with Hakainde Hichilema when he says the budget is useless. When I've seen that there are some positive things in that budget, in as much as Margaret Monakato is not my favorite. But when she comes up with a good budget, I must commend it. And over that budget, it's a good budget. So I must agree. But you don't want that. You want me to be part of the indoctrination. Because HH is indoctrinating you. And you want me to be part of it. In an akana, I cannot be part of the, the indoctrination. Banshindaule kule HH. Awe. In an HH tetanshindaule ine yo. Tetanshindaule. He can't indoctrinate me. I cannot be indoctrinated by Hakainde Hichilema. I cannot. Hakainde Hichilema wants to make this country look like everything is so bad. This morning I posted a letter where he wrote to the Chinese, and yet some of you are saying no, he has never criticized the Chinese. You are so hypocritical, you people. You are so hypocritical. It is just a few days ago you were busy condemning Chinese, Chinese. I remove a letter to show you that your Hakainde Hichilema is trying to, court the Chinese. You start turning around. No, Hakainde Hichilema didn't criticize them. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Why are you so hypocritical? You are indoctrinated. You don't want to see anything wrong in Hakainde Hichilema. You don't want to see anything wrong in Hakainde Hichilema. You have made Hakainde Hichilema to behave like he's a god. He even feels like he's a god. And this is why he can't stand it. Hakainde Hichilema can't stand it that there is a person like me who can challenge him on the lies that he brings out, who can challenge him on the propaganda that he's doing, who can challenge him on the incitement that is causing on the Zambian citizens to rise against the current government. He can't stand it. And he's in panic mode now. Hakainde Hichilema is in panic mode. He went to Woodlands police station and reported me. He reported me for criminal defamation. He has seen that, he has seen that the police have not yet arrested. He can't even give the police time to investigate. Today, he has gone to go, he went and now, he went to court. Yeah? He went to the magistrate court and he did a shortcut. Yeah? Did a shortcut so that I can appear before the magistrate to answer for criminal defamation. He has done this. Now I have to go to court on the 17th October to answer for this. I will go. For me, I stand for what I believe in. I stand for the truth. I will not hesitate to go into any court. Even if I have to go to prison, I would not hesitate. I stand for the truth. I stand for the truth. And the Hakainde Hichilema, everything that I have said on Hakainde Hichilema is true. And thank God for all these avenues that is creating for me. Because in court, I'll have to bring the evidence. What did I mean? And I have the evidence. That one, I'm not wavering. I was supposed to hold a press conference to bring out some of these issues. But I've been delayed somewhere, somehow, due to security issues. I'm being told, no, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this. The police are investigating this. So, that is what has held me somehow. Because other people are doing their own investigations and they don't want me to sort of like preempt their investigation or to alarm certain people. That's why I've held back. So Hakainde Hichilema, it's not that I've been scared to bring out the evidence. I have held back because some people have been advising me not to alarm the situation. Because they are scared that if I bring out some of this evidence, which I've already shared with them, if I bring out some of this evidence, some people will start running away. Some people will start running out of this country. That's why I've held back. But I am ready to go and stand in court and give the evidence. Nonetheless, I am not going to discuss this case. I'm not going to discuss this case, and I'm not discussing this case. I'm simply updating my followers that Hakainde Hichilema has sworn an affidavit before a magistrate so that I can be in court on the 17th. I'm simply updating you. But on other issues, that is another issue. So I'm putting it in the parking lot. I will go and defend myself in court. But I will still bring out some of the issues away from this. I'll bring out some of these issues on Sunday. On Sunday, 10 hours, I am definitely holding a press conference. Whether Bakanganja will try to stop me or whatever, he has to make sure that he protects me on Sunday. I issue that press conference. I go through what I have, so that I just share some of the things that I know. I'm not touching their investigation because now some of these issues relating to UNZA are now sub judice. So since they are sub judice, I will not talk about them. But I will talk about other activities of Hakainde Hichilema, where Hakainde Hichilema is trying to indoctrinate people. He's trying to cause people to rise against the current government. And those issues, I will have a press conference on Sunday. I will be discussing that. I'm not discussing the court cases of UNZA. No, I'm not touching that. I'm just going to restrict myself to HH indoctrinating people. That will be my subject, indoctrinating people, wanting people to rise against the government. That I am going to discuss on Sunday. I'm going to bring it out in the press conference on Sunday at 10 hours. I'm going to do it. I want to show Hakainde Hichilema that, look, I know so much about him. I know so much. Today is what? Today is 12. I even know that let me leave it there. Let me leave it there. I'll bring it out on Sunday. And I want just to tell my fellow politicians and even those of you who are my followers and whatever, that you will never stop me. No one will take away my rights to express myself and my freedoms. No one will take them away. I can be in an enclosure, but my rights will never go. I will never stop talking. You can't shut me up. No one can shut me up. No one can shut me up. And Hakainde Hichilema is desperate. He's desperate. He wants to shut me up. He knows what he has done. And he's scared that if this guy keeps talking, I'll be in problems. I'll be out of politics. But I can assure you, Hakainde Hichilema, I have done a video for you, together with your people. Watch this one. And I'm telling you that you will not stop me from talking. You will not stop me from talking. I will keep talking. I will never stop talking. I will expose you. I will make sure people know who you are. I've spoken about your privatization, and at least people know. Those who are reasonable, they understand that Hakainde Hichilema, you benefited out of the privatization. You cleverly benefited out of privatization. And it's all over. The house that you are living in, the Sun Hotel, and even these tax incentives that you gave yourself, clearly that was immoral. That was immoral. And you can run away from it, but it's still there. And I will die saying Hakainde Hichilema took advantage of the privatization at the expense of Zambians. I will never stop talking about that. I will never stop talking about that. And with these new methodologies that you have brought, this new strategy that you have brought, I will not stop talking about it, because you are endangering this country. You are endangering this country. This is my country. This is where I belong. This is my only home. I am poor. I'm not rich like you. So I can't run away when, hell breaks in this country. I have to stay here. So I need to protect this country. So for that, I will keep talking. I will not stop talking. I will not stop talking. I will not stop talking Hakainde Hichilema ever. And for those of you that say, Hakainde Hichilema, hey, you are a joker, hey, you are Muryokera. If I'm a joker, if I'm a fool, Think of Hakainde Hichilema. What do you have to say about Hakainde Hichilema, who takes a fool, who takes a joker to court? Think of that. Think of that. Those of you who say, Hakainde Hichilema doesn't bother about you. Hey, you are a fool. Hey, you are a joker. I'm asking you. I've got these papers. Hakainde Hichilema has taken me to court. And this is not the only case, by the way. You remember there is that other case which he started in Livingstone. And they had to bring it back to Lusaka. It is in Lusaka now. Trial starts next year. And this one, if I was a fool, if I was a Mgyokera, if I was a joker, do you think HH would be rising from his throne, going to Woodlands police station? He wouldn't. He wouldn't. And really, they say the truth really hurts. The truth will cause you to start dancing around, shivering. I can see Hakainde Hichilema shivering. I can see Hakainde Hichilema dancing. He's not sleeping. He's not sleeping. And he better not sleep. Because this one, I am with him. I am with him. I can assure you. I am really with Hakainde Hichilema. I'm not wavering. I am with him because I know where I stand and I know what Hakainde Hichilema is doing. And he will be exposed. He will be exposed to an extent that I doubt he will even stand in 2021. By the time we will be finishing with some of these cases, by the time we will be finishing with this case, I can assure you, I doubt Hakainde Hichilema will be able to stand in 2021. I doubt he'll be able to stand in 2021. By the time we'll be finishing some of these cases, I doubt Hakainde Hichilema will stand in 2021. Hakainde Hichilema is locking himself out of desperation for political power. Is actually locking himself to an extent that you might not even have him in 2021 as a presidential candidate. I think I've spoken enough. Let me continue enjoying my chips. Nalanda na mumfwa. I'm trying to read to see if there is something that I can respond to. Nothing much. Let me just continue myself. Tuma chips paside ka milkshake. Ntambe na ka movie. Nishina kula churira. HH to the ones tight. Bye.